Police emergency.
Ambulance service.
When crisis strikes,
My wife has just stopped breathing.
this is where we turn.
Got some help coming.
People don't realise what you might face in one shift.
You've ordered a Big Mac and it's not come back to you.
Yeah.
It's the emergency services who get to see firsthand what Britain is really like today.
Just waiting for a mate to come back, that's all.
Under arrest on suspicion of burglary.
And how we're changing.
Where's the drugs? We've got crack and heroin in there.
There's little that shocks me, if I'm honest.
We've got terrorists around here.
Politically, we're being challenged. Culturally, we're being challenged.
Do you remember calling him fucking Packy?
There's less about the middle and it's all about the extremes.
Just now in custody, you said I just killed a man.
For the nation's ambulance and police services, times have never been tougher.
Don't say anything, but in my army defence, if you don't mention it, down you go, boy, down you go.
Every year there's less money.
Every time I actually need the police, they're fucking nowhere.
We are on our way.
Every year there's more demand.
Someone's breaking into my house. Hurry up, please, hurry up.
It's hard. Actually, we're all cracking under the pressure.
But when we need help,
What's happening?
I'm struggling now.
there's still the one number the country relies on most.
Tell me how close the baby is to being born.
Look at and go, ah. Right, well done.
If we all a little bit more caring, a little bit more observant of how each other live, everyone would be taken care of.
I want to say thank you for being an absolute star.
Oh my God, please.
Yeah, we're going to get somebody on their way down, don't you worry.
Oh my God, thank you. Burglary in progress, yeah?
They smashed the patio door.
You think they're still downstairs?
Yeah, very frightening.
In Wiltshire, and right across the UK,
Right place.
the gap between rich and poor is growing.
Your car's been taken.
What?
The MR2.
It's now wider than at any time in the last 20 years.
So he's nicking
food. Search me if you want.
Desperate people will do desperate things.
And burglaries are on the rise.
I'm confident they've come here purely looking for Asian gold. It's worth a lot of money.
But with ever greater demands on the police
Burglaries.
and ever fewer officers to respond,
I called the police 10 minutes ago and still no one's here.
We can only get there as quickly as we can.
what do we want them to prioritise?
When there's only so many of you, it's just a juggling act. And I think it's just trying to find a balance where you can just about cope with everything.
Police emergency.
Hi, I just wanted to report a burglary.
You want to do a report burglary? Okay, when's this happened?
About literally 30 seconds ago.
Nearly every single minute of every day in the UK,
My wife woke me up because she saw lights in the bedroom.
someone's home is being broken into.
Is it in your house or someone else?
Yeah, no, in my house now.
Okay, so it's happening now. What's your address?
If someone can hear something going on, the clock is ticking. As soon as you get a call,
They still in the house?
I can see shadows.
it's sort of about trying to calm them down, keep them quiet. Obviously advise them, just stay where you are. You don't want to go down and confront them in case they've got a weapon.
What did he look like? Hello? What does he look like?
Hi. Listen, I want to whisper.
Okay, and what does he look like?
6 foot tall, short shaven head.
They're panicking. They're really scared. Just makes your hair stand on end.
I think he's in next door's garden. I'm just looking out the back window, which he smashed to get in.
So it has been smashed, is it?
Yeah.
Right, we have got officers coming out as quick as they can on immediate response. What I want you to do is, if the door can be locked, lock it. We'll get to you as soon as we can.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
It's shortly past midnight on Saturday evening.
Police emergency, can I help?
Seem to have 2 youths who are stealing property from our neighbour's garden. I thought they'd just loitering at the back, but they're not.
2 units are immediately dispatched.
2 males.
Oh, well, I can see one now.
There's only a few jobs that you'll get everybody turn out to, and that's an officer's safety or a burglary in progress.
We need to get there, bloody quick. So lights go on, sirens go on, and we get there.
Within 4 minutes of the 999 call coming in, officers arrive at the scene.
Hello. Who are you, mate? Yeah, I'm just waiting for my mate. So, these are shared houses, look. These are all shared houses. Here you go. Shared house. I'm just waiting for my mate Craig from Phil. Phil lives up this one.
Okay. In 2 seconds, if I clarify where you are. What's your name?
My name's Oliver Reed. I'm just waiting for a mate. He's waiting for a mate to come back, that's all.
Right, okay. At this moment in time, all right.
What now?
I'm going to handcuff you.
Oh, you can handcuff me, mate, yeah? Got me on here. Handcuff for what now?
Because at the moment, we've got a report of burglary in progress.
Burglary? No, I ain't got a clue, mate. I've just come here waiting for a mate of mine. I'm not burglary, bro.
Catching somebody in the act is very, very difficult because opportunistic. Burglars usually are in the address for like 30 seconds and it's a mad dash to find something and they're at the door.
Confirmed, got a man in cuffs. Detained at this time, so I'll say what's going on.
I ain't got a clue, mate. I've just come here waiting for a mate of mine.
Right, come over, Ollie.
They try and give the excuse for being somewhere. No, it's my mate's address. I've just come around here to see so-and-so. No, you said I could take it. And you're like, that's complete bollocks. Mate, come on. I wasn't born yesterday.
We've had a report that someone broke into Tobacco's promises.
Well, not me. I've just seen two people.
Searching for anything that may be...
Whose house is this?
I have no idea, mate.
So why are you in there?
I'm waiting for number 10. I'm waiting for Craig, it's a shared house.
You just find out what address that is.
That's number 3. I'm looking for number 10. The knock on the door is open. Number 10, where Phil's got the properties.
I'll go in.
Yeah, you go in there, mate. Yeah, I'm going nowhere, mate. You go in there. There's someone in there.
PC Beals returns to the house in search of Phil, or Craig, or whoever.
Hello, police. You're in there, make yourself known. Hello, all right?
Yeah.
Who's here with you?
Just me one.
Just you?
Yeah.
Anybody else supposed to be here?
No.
You on the phone to the police?
Yeah.
There's a man that we got downstairs. Probably what you heard. But so there should be nobody else here other than you.
No.
QJ, one occupant in the address who was just calling us.
Fucking suspicion of burglary. I was on the way home. I've done fuck all.
Someone with the address outside the back door. There's a number of food items, frozen stuff that looks like it's been taken out of the freezer here.
You would expect an opportunist burglar to be taking cash, small items of jewellery or iPads, phones, stuff like that that can be sold on.
Can you confirm that that's from your house?
Yeah, that's my house.
That's from your house, yeah? All right, no problem.
To steal food from someone else's house, and I think you'd have to be rock bottom. It literally is last resort.
The number of people in the UK resorting to food banks has increased almost tenfold in recent years.
It screamed out to me that he was struggling to live, struggling to eat. Desperate people will do desperate things.
So he's nicking...
He's nicking food. Insecure back door.
Okay.
She hasn't checked anything else as yet. We've not been through the addresses yet.
Okay.
You're under arrest on suspicion of burglary. Okay. You don't have to say anything, but may harm in defence if you do not mention my question.
How's that suspicion of
Something
burglary?
later on in
How's
court.
that?
Anything you do say, maybe give an evidence,
suspicion of
okay?
burglary?
All right, come on, mate. I'll take you to the van.
Some people seem to think, what can I get to survive? What can I do to get through the day? What can I do to get my fix? What can I do to get some food?
All right, mate, take it easy, yeah?
Normally, though, thefts of food and stuff would be from shops and supermarkets.
Well,
No? Why has that changed?
It's potentially safer, and you've got less chance of getting caught because there's not security guards in the house. There's very rarely CCTV. You haven't got a person at the door monitoring people going in and out. They haven't got an alarm system in every house beeping on the way out. So if you break into a house at 4 o'clock in the morning when everybody's in there asleep, and walk out of the door and nobody's any the wiser. So what happened? Did you get woken up by the noise or?
I was still awake.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just watching a movie, and then I kind of heard something. So then I called them. I was dialing 999. While the guy was still in the house, I was really, really scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was so scared. Your mind is just everywhere. You know, I was doing a sinner's prayer. Here I am thinking I'm gonna die, but you know, I was really, really scared and pretty shaken up.
it just might be worth making sure the doors are locked, the windows are locked, especially when you're home alone. I go mad at my parents because they're completely delusional when it comes to safety. They leave the doors open.
When everything kind of calmed down and I actually got to think about it, it's made me realise what kind of world we live in. He could have stolen the TV, could have stolen, anything else, but he decided to go for food. For me, it just felt like he was a desperate man and he really needed some food for him to, risk jail time just for food.
Are you all right? Do you feel safe here? Obviously, he's locked up, so that's a good result there.
Sarge, officers were called after 2 males were seen at the rear of the property acting suspicious in flights. There's some items been found outside the property as well, some frozen items which are confirmed stolen. So at the moment he was arrested on suspicion of burglary.
You currently employed or unemployed? Sorry?
Unemployed.
Given the economic situation, people are definitely more desperate. I worked in a supermarket for 5 years and I saw an increase in prices in those 5 years I was there. One week you get for £1, you then have to pay £1.25 for the next. The pay and wage didn't correlate to that. So I think people just cannot afford to live that much anymore, so that's why they have to resort to criminality.
Any cash or anything in there?
But it's still against the law though, isn't it? Theft is theft. It may be mitigating circumstances, but it's still a crime. Let's not forget Robin Hood was still a criminal. He was, wasn't he?
It's emergency, how can I help?
Someone's just broken into my house.
Okay.
And I'm on my own, I'm frightened.
Are they in there now, are they?
Yeah.
Burglary in progress, yeah?
Yeah, I'm very frightened.
In comparison to other counties, domestic burglaries in Wiltshire are relatively rare. But over the past year, they have risen by more than 20%.
We've got a unit on its way now, okay? There's actually 3 units to be there really shortly, okay?
It's just before 5 o'clock on Sunday morning, and a woman in her 50s has been woken by the sound of someone breaking into her home.
Can you stay on the line? Because I don't want to go downstairs.
I will stay on the line, don't worry.
Thank you.
Don't you worry, okay?
Just to be that reassuring person on the other phone is sort of invaluable.
Whereabouts are you at the moment? Are you upstairs?
Yes. Just trying not to talk too much because I'm frightened that they'll hear me and come up.
It's sort of like letting them know that actually the police are just around the corner.
And how many times are the police just around the corner?
Not often enough, unfortunately.
How many are you there yet?
They're still downstairs.
You think they're still downstairs?
I think I just heard a little noise.
So we're going to have your units there very, very quickly and very shortly, so hopefully they're going to catch them.
Hurry up, please, hurry up.
Hello. Hello.
Right. There's a right here somewhere. Yeah, arriving at the scene there. Oh, crap.
Yes, they put a brick through the window and gained access.
Hello, sir, police.
Yeah, QJ Tango 17, we've gained entry through the front.
You here on your own?
Yeah, I'm so frightened.
You all right now? We're here. I know, sweetheart, I know.
Did you see anybody?
No, we haven't seen anybody.
It's a very cowardly crime to break into somebody's safe place.
I'm just so scared.
She was sat on the end of her bed. She was physically shaking, still grasping the phone in her hand from where she'd phoned the police.
Come on. Let's have a chat in the kitchen then.
I can't imagine how she must have felt.
Oh no, they're taking my work laptop.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh my god, I'll get killed.
No, it's not your fault. You will not get killed. Don't be silly. Okay? You will not get killed.
Oh, they're taking my cigarette.
They're taking a cigarette.
6 months after the burglary, the homeowner is still traumatised.
I'm just so frightened.
The longer I was waiting for the police, the more frightened I was getting. What felt to me like hours.
So what, you have to sit down, let me make it. Have a sit down. Sit down for me. Come.
Not a full one.
Not a full one, all right.
Just stand up.
Right.
It's fear of the unknown. You don't know what their state of mind is. Are they high on drugs? I was in fear of my life, to be fair. Because I thought if they'd worked out that there was only me there, they were going to come up.
I just heard what I thought I heard, a noise. And I woke up and I thought, what's that noise? And then suddenly I just heard this terrible smash of glass.
Okay.
And I thought...
Burglary does have a massive impact on individuals, on their lives. It must be terrifying. You've got to sympathise with them and offer that reassurance. Ultimately, I think that comes before the actual investigation.
What am I going to do? I can't stay here.
That's fine, you don't have to stay here. We'll sort something out for you.
I'll be frightened all the time now. Every night.
Okay, we're looking for him at the moment. You can hear him on the radio, so...
I know, it's not your fault. You were trying to help me, but it's so frightened.
I don't know how I would react personally. Some people freeze, some people hide, some people fight.
What was on there? Anything?
Oh, my own laptop. Oh my God.
It's okay, we can sort something out.
Oh.
Insurance, haven't you?
I don't think I'll ever feel like I used to feel in the house. I feel I don't sleep like I used to. The dark frightens me now. I didn't want to live in the house. I've been looking at over 55 sites. You've got gated community, you've got wardens, and everyone says I'm mad, but this is the only thing that's going to make me feel safe.
Can we see that handprint that's on the inside outside?
That's on the outside.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that, it's lovely. Right, we need to try and secure that.
CSI is only on during the days. There's not the money to have them over the night. They've got people on call for things like murders and stuff like that, but they're not available all the time. So if there's forensic opportunities over the night, we have to preserve them as best we can.
Boarding up's being asked and requested, so they will come out, and I'm afraid for the time being you'll have a lovely ply board. And CSI will be out this morning.
Yeah.
They come on around 8.
We can only work with evidence we've got. It is quite difficult, unless they leave a little trail of stolen property and we can follow it. A lot of times, unfortunately, we don't catch them.
And how often does that happen?
Don't know. Yeah, you might have to look at the stats on that one.
I can tell you the stats. Nationally, 9 out of 10 burglaries remain unsolved.
There you go.
Police emergency.
I think I've seen somebody going to break into a house across the road from where I live.
Okay. Can you give any description of the actual property?
It's a big detached house. It's got a garden at the front.
Though opportunistic burglaries of food and low-value items are now increasingly common,
I wanted to report a burglary.
Okay, what's happened, sir?
Everything's been cleared off. Mantelpiece, all silver candlesticks have gone. All the silver's gone out of the dining room.
they are not the only type of burglary Wiltshire police are seeing more of.
How can I help?
Just reporting a break-in. Our neighbours are Japanese, so it's best probably if I speak to you about it. That he returned home with things all over the floor, and she sort of panicked.
It's 4 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon, and the latest home to have been burgled is a detached property on an exclusive estate.
I've got this on as a priority. We're going to contact our CSI team as well. If that's possible, if you can leave things as they are.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you.
There's a small child waving me down. Brilliant.
PC Dan Lane is the closest available officer to the scene.
Apparently the homeowners are Japanese and they're hanging out at their neighbour's house who called it in.
How you doing? You all right, fella? Good. Are they in? You're in here. Hi, guys. I'm PC Lane. You've just come home from work and you found the house broken into, did you?
They've clearly jumped the fence because the side gate was still bolted.
Yeah.
I had to put my hand over and unbolt it.
Have you been into the property yet?
Don't touch it.
You haven't touched anything? I would like to wait till CSI to get the best possible forensic because you don't have CCTV. The best evidence we could go with is fingerprints, footprints, but CSI are going to be a couple of hours. So I'll come up with you and we'll see what's missing. And just don't touch anything. Don't touch too much. But if you want to check the jewellery,
Can I see the door?
let me. I'll have a look, yeah. For me, burglary, I think it's one of the worst crimes because you're breaking into someone's home. You're breaking into a place where they should feel safe. The place where you sleep, where you live, where your children are, where your family are. For that occupant, they're never going to feel the same in that place. You can't, can you? It's diabolical. I hate it. It really, really upsets me. Don't touch anything, don't touch anything. We're going to try and sort this as quick as possible. So I'm going to call CSI now and tell them the urgency of this, and then we're going to try and find these people. Okay, I know this is really horrible, okay, but I'm here to help you right now. You can tell the caliber of the thief by what they take. When you leave electrical items, things that are traceable, digitally traceable, you know that they know the game. There is family Japanese jewellery of quite high value, including platinum, diamond rings, etc., gone missing. And if you've got a big house that's looked after in a nice area of town, the chances are there's going to be high value items in that house. I've been waiting 2 hours for CSI, and it looks quite good regards to forensics in there, so I didn't want to bulldoze my way around the house.
Nationally, only 10% of burglaries are solved.
Will do, thanks.
In almost all cases, a conviction is reliant on good forensic evidence.
There's a firearms job just come in. So they've got search a car with firearms, so that's just got priority, and that will take ages. So it's not going to be till the morning. That's a nightmare. I'll wait 2 hours for nothing. As an officer, we have basic forensics training of how to preserve evidence. God, CSI didn't come. That means I got to have to bumble around like I pretend I know what I'm doing. But to be honest, CSI, they're much better at it and they're a lot better equipped.
For the past 3 years, Wiltshire Police have had to share CSI with 3 neighbouring forces.
I completely understand that an expectation for everybody is the crime they're involved with wants to be solved. Absolutely. Every officer would say that's what the outcome they want. Of course it is. Hopefully some people will get in contact with you tomorrow, OK? Sorry it's taken so long. Unfortunately, that's not life, and sometimes we can't solve crimes.
Wiltshire has not had a dedicated burglary squad for the past 2 years.
I called the police 10 minutes ago and still no one's here.
Okay, well,
I'm on my own in the house.
We can only get there as quickly as we can in the safest possible way. We are on our way.
Every time I actually need the police, they're fucking nowhere.
We are on our way.
For the foot soldier, it seems obvious that we need a burglary team to stop the burglaries. But if we don't have the money to have a burglary team, then we have to deal with it as best we can ourselves.
I'm ringing about a burglary, and I've had the police here.
Okay.
And what I'm very concerned is a big window's been smashed in,
Right.
and the house isn't secure yet.
My role as head of crime is to juggle what resources we do have, and sometimes that will mean diverting our frontline resources to another incident. but I'd like to think nothing falls by the wayside. We just need to do things differently.
Right, we task the boarding up. They usually take at least an hour. My colleague's going to chase them up and we'll give you a ring back.
Yes, are you sure you've got my number?
Yeah.
Several years ago, we used to have dedicated units that used to deal with burglaries. In 2017, policing simply does not have that luxury.
A luxury of solving a burglary.
No, I don't think it's about the luxury of solving the crime. I would describe it a luxury of having dedicated resources.
It's Friday afternoon.
UJ63 details of the crashed vehicle.
And police have been called after a stolen car was crashed as thieves try to make their getaway.
That has travelled from the burgled premises and has travelled through a garden wall on the near side. Key still in it.
Burglaries for high-value car keys were a 90s trend, but, like steps, they're making a comeback.
A bag and a glove has been dropped and we're leaving that alone for a dog to track from.
At the address the car has been stolen from, no one is home.
And this is something that has come to light in the last year, really, where they just break into a house to steal car keys, to steal people's cars.
Do we know where the owners are?
No. Nobody really knows who they are. They said they leave about 7 and then they come home at about 7.
There's no other reason than the thrill of the chase, because they're not selling what they're stealing. They're not selling these cars. They are literally just joyriding them. Swindon's Grand Theft Auto.
There's nothing obvious in the car, and also there's a wall overhanging there, so I don't really want to open the door too far. They haven't left anything in there.
Ripping a car away from a drive straight away and putting it into a wall would suggest you don't know how to drive a car in the first place, which may well suggest you don't have a licence, which may well suggest you're under 17.
They threatened a plant pot through.
Confidence to be able to do that,
That's amazing, isn't it?
Plant pot through a patio door.
Broad daylight.
They're so young. They're literally so young as 14. And obviously recognise where the money is.
This house is amazing.
You know, they're not burgling on their own doorstep where the money isn't.
It's just, I hate this situation when they're not here.
Yeah, and I don't really want to write a handwritten note on the back of a bit of mail saying, ever so sorry you've been burgled, your car's been rammed through a wall.
So frustrating.
QJ, November 63. I've spoken to CSI, they can't come out to tomorrow, so I've tried to preserve any areas, there might be footprints. Can we call boarding up for 1 UPVC patio door, please? Scene is just off.
I think this is going to be them. Personalised plate. Hi, sorry. Don't want to freak you out. Obviously, they've been burgled today. So we've just been trying to find out the extent of what's gone on. We've put chairs here just because there's footprints. So we're just trying to preserve a little bit of...
Your car's been taken in.
What?
The MR2?
It's sorry.
I don't know what the other car is. What is the other car?
It's an F-type.
Is it? Okay. There's a bit of a spate of car key burglaries. So you've got the F-type keys, right?
The F-type keys are gone.
Okay. If we go through to the garage.
We have no children, we have a good lifestyle, we enjoy cars, we enjoy the good things in life.
Okay.
We didn't really think about safety. We had no reason not to feel safe. It was a brand new build, brand new house.
Plant pot through the patio doors.
We were new to the area, so we don't really know a lot around the different demographics around us. So I didn't get a sense for any sort of rough area, even when we go to the shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best thing we can possibly do is probably try and consider getting that recovered to a secure yard somewhere.
The sense of the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer is affecting people's attitude towards what they want from life and what they can realistically get from life.
They've taken the keys to our new Jaguar F-Type.
Some of them must be acutely aware of the background that they're from and what realistically they feel they can achieve.
Wow. So the MO is just
car keys.
That's of car keys to the cars.
And small little things.
And that must be difficult. They must feel like they've been set up to fail in a way, so why try?
Then nobody really steals televisions anymore.
No.
You then get involved with the police and you get your criminal record, and that's a cycle, it's a vicious circle.
What have we got? Hold on a second, don't touch anything. I'll just move everything out.
So that's my laptop.
Okay.
We had suspects in mind, but without really good evidence, it goes nowhere.
We've spoken to CSI, crime scene investigators. They will be out tomorrow, but they can't come out tonight. So we're just got to try and do our best to preserve any footprints.
I know it falls way short of what anybody would want to hear when that happens to them.
Any other questions before we go? I know it feels really inadequate for us to just go.
We've got contact.
Yeah, that's my work mobile.
Sometimes I've got to check myself and realise that there isn't anything more I can say. There's not some magic thing that's going to make them go, okay, yeah, fine, yeah, that sounds awesome, we'll see you later. It's always going to leave them feeling deflated and emotional.
Okay, see you Sunday.
Maybe it's considered a low-level crime. Maybe there are more things that are more important and take more of police time. But it's not low level for me. It's very personal. It's very high impact.
Poor little MRT.
You pay your taxes, you work hard, you know. So it would be nice to think that there was enough resources to be able to punish the people for committing a crime.
Praying to see like 4 car keys.
No, I know. Like out of their tracksuit pockets or something.
People haven't been arrested, so I guess at the moment they've got away with it.
They've got 4 cars. So much money.
Why do all you police need to touch me?
It's Thursday afternoon.
Crooks.
And in Swindon Custody Suite, a 14-year-old has been arrested on suspicion of going equipped to burgle.
What have you actually got to nick me again? Suspicion of theft, yeah?
And it's not the first time.
Can I ask your date of birth, please?
Got it all the other days, so why do you need it again?
Just to confirm, I don't remember all the dates of birth.
all on there.
It is, but I just need to...
everyone's details off that. I was here 2 days ago.
We haven't got 20 people come a day here. We haven't got places.
Well, it's not my problem they're arresting me for nothing.
The difficult thing about this job is you become desensitised, and to say that it shocks me, it doesn't shock me at all. These young people I've dealt with, I'm not surprised.
It's a growing trend. More than 40 teenagers have been arrested by Wiltshire police for burglary in the past 12 months.
There's been a recent spate of daytime or early afternoon burglaries.
Done nothing.
I mean, I've dealt with people as young as 12, 13 when it comes to kind of burglary, and there's definitely a gang mentality about it. And I think if the cool kids are, breaking into houses, then I think the followers are going to follow, aren't they?
Wearing heavy bulky outer clothing which fits the description of the persons that have been committing burglaries in the past days. He's wearing gloves as well. It was 60 degrees outside.
When you do burglaries.
You understand what's going on with the rest of those two?
No, duh. We're sat in the van for the last hour. How do you think I feel?
13 years old, don't give a crap.
This is why I'm so mad at you. Just put me in a cell.
How do you learn to express yourself in a way that doesn't come across just as anger?
The crowd's getting bigger, the gang's getting bigger. Out on their stolen bikes, the after-school burglars, where it's just for fun. It's for shits and giggles.
I've been locked in a van here with handcuffs on for the last hour, and you're expecting me to come in and talk to you all nicely. An hour I've been sat in a van, yeah? You haven't been sat in a van for an hour.
No, I've been in here dealing with people like you.
That's your job. My job is not to sit in a van.
They tend to see themselves as untouchable.
Fucking gentlemen. Well, I want to bring my mum.
You can speak to mum in due course.
As juveniles, they get the good treatment. They get to sit in an interview room with mummy or daddy. And they have a special box with colouring books in and stuff to keep them busy.
I'm going to put you on a loudspeaker, even though, okay?
Mum, how long is it going to take you to calm down?
We ain't really got a car.
But it ain't even my fault that I got nicked. They just jumped out on me.
There is no punishment fit in the crime because they are looked at as children when they get to court. You're like, you've burgled 5 houses, here, have a community order. Christ alive, that'll stop them.
Walk home? What do you mean? Just put me in a cell. Where are we going?
I'll take it.
Police emergency. Hi there. House has just been completely raided into.
Someone's burgled issue?
Yeah, completely. I think my mum's watches have been stolen. They've been pretty picky with what they've taken them.
Try not to touch anything.
Do you know how long they're going to be?
It's a priority response. It will be a next level officers within the hour.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
It's 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. PC Simon Sangera and Acting Sergeant Emily Grigor are sent to investigate.
My mummy just drove past.
That was your mum? She's not wave at the police van?
No, she hates the poo-poo.
She hates the feds.
Here's a very nice house, then maybe you should buy one here.
3.
Oh.
4.
Police
Oh,
forensics
the
van.
feds are here.
I'm going to wear my hat.
Don't, because I haven't got my hat. Hello. We're about to come in. So, what time did you leave? What time do you think this
I
happened?
was the last one to leave the house, about 1:30, I would say, I left.
So I came back first, walked in, and then I realised, right, that smashed, and I saw everything open. I was like, great.
Okay. Are you aware of what's gone missing at the moment?
I've got a very expensive Tech Heuer watch that's gone missing.
Okay.
And I had a jewellery box that's all gone.
Okay.
Around here, we've had a lot of high-value burglaries, which we suspect they are organised. So there'll be big groups of people that will come down and they will plan where they want to go. They'll plan what they're after.
Upstairs been all messed as well?
Yeah, all our rooms are like pretty messy.
Am I right to go and have a look upstairs? Yeah, perfect, okay.
Whether it's people actually going in and taking your TV or taking 50 grand's worth of jewellery, it's not an opportunist just walking past, trying your front door.
Do you want me to start going talking to neighbours and stuff?
I spoke to the one on the right, and they noticed a white Audi A5 yesterday, slowly cruising past, trying to spot a house, maybe to see.
They'll know what's in the house, they know who lives in the house, they know when they're there, when they're not there. It's just a lot more planned.
What we will do is we will take a quick statement about what's gone missing.
Okay. It's chain my son was given when he was 1 year old. And then there is like a gold pendant, which my daughter gave me. Mother's Day diamond. Chain, that's gone. It's all sentimental values.
I think it's just all about greed, about wanting everything. There's people that don't want to put the work in, but they want what other people have. It's the same as, I think, when people steal from shops. They don't see there being a victim, do they? They see it as this massive company that earns millions and millions of pounds. They don't see there being a victim at the end of it. Do they see the same when they go into these big houses where people have got nice cars on the drive? Do they think, they can afford it?
Sorry. No, you've got nothing to be sorry about. This is one of the worst crimes that ever happens, that somebody's been in your house and gone through your stuff. You don't have to apologise for being upset.
I've worked all my life, I worked so hard to buy this property, and when I first came to Swindon, we had a smaller house, and I just built on my equity on those houses and then moved on to the next one, and then now this one. So some random person has come into my home because they can't be asked to work and then just take my property for their own benefit. How dare they? Because we are originally from Malaysia, so I've got lots of solid gold.
Yeah. So it's Asian gold that's gone?
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest with you. I'm confident they're not from around here and they've come here purely looking for Asian gold and jewellery. Stuff that's easy to sell.
Yeah. And actually, so pure, it's worth a lot of money.
We do occasionally have kind of series of them and they know what they're looking for.
Had you heard about people targeting Asian gold?
Never before. That was the first. We're more English than we are Asian. But that, I think it's the way we look, maybe. I don't know.
Our plan now is we will continue with house to house. If anybody's got CCTV, we'll do some checks in regards to a white Audi.
I had an Asian couple and they'd had about £40,000 worth of jewellery stolen. They were kind of late 60s. They said they'll never be able to afford any of that again. Having all of that taken was just heart-wrenching.
It's odd, someone coming into your homes.
Of course it is, it's your safe place.
I just feel awkward, that's it. Someone coming in just...
Probably would have waited for you to leave and then saw you leave.
I don't know whether they've got copies of these keys. I just don't know now.
Just up the road, I had a very similar one, and then there was another one. They all kind of led on, and I thought, no, there's such a clear link with them. I must be able to do something.
Right.
Thank you.
No worries.
So I contacted all the local forces if they had anything similar MO that we could then start tying everything up together.
Where did that lead?
Nowhere, I didn't solve it.
I'm going to solve this one though. I'm going to be the Asian Gold Liaison Officer.
Yes!
Swindon.
I think for the police, it's very difficult what their priorities are. Is fighting against terrorism a priority or a burglary is more priority? But when the call went in, they said they'll be there within an hour. They were here within 15 minutes. However they've done it and how hard these police officers work, hats off to them.
Hello, Wiltshire Police.
Police emergency.
Police emergency, how can I help?
Emergency.
Yeah, that's right, please. Police, mate.
I think policing has changed and is changing dramatically. We have so many areas we're responsible for and expected to work within, it's crazy.
I have a problem with my neighbour.
Can you help me, please?
My boy's kicking off, he smashed things up in the living room, he's trying to attack me, he's trying to climb out the door.
And I'll keep you on the line until police get there.
When there's only so many of you, it's just a juggling act. And I think it's just trying to find a balance where you can just about cope with everything.
I've got customers refusing to pay and becoming extremely aggressive towards the staff.
Right, we've got 2 officers on their way out as we speak to one another.
They've strangled her, they tried to throw her into a stream, they've given her racial abuse.
So I've put it on as a priority response.
Actually, if we start paying attention to burglaries, they become a false priority. Okay, we'll put loads of resources in and we'll crack down on burglaries. It'll make a huge difference. But while we're doing that, we're not spending the time or the attention on the missing people.
Yeah, go now.
We'll try to get police to come out to you.
Right. So we'll spin round and we'll spend more time and attention on that. And then domestic violence, that'll start creeping up as well.
I need to report a drug dealer. I have a male visitor in the station. Fucking come round now. She's on crack.
You pay more attention to one thing, the other thing is going to suffer.
Look at the fucking face of you. You're fucking black card.
I find your boy is causing shit at my door.
Alright, can you tell me your name?
It is quite rare we get stuff back.
Acting Sergeant Grigor and PC Sangera haven't given up hope of solving the Asian Gold Burglaries case. While the thefts of the MR2 and the Japanese couple's passports and jewellery remain unsolved.
don't even do burglaries.
You understand what's going on in the rest of those two?
No, duh.
The 14-year-old, suspected of burglary, was released without charge.
Pricks.
I'm just waiting for a mate to come back, that's all.
But the fridge freezer thief is currently in prison, serving time for burglary.
I'm just so frightened.
No one has ever been charged in the case of the woman who was alone in her home when it was broken into.
I would like to ask them how they would feel if this had happened to their mother or their sister or their auntie, and how would they feel if someone did it to them.
I had one lad who was, well, he's a bit of a prolific burglar really, quite a young lad, and was chatting to him in custody one day, and I asked him how he would feel if someone burgled his mum's house, and he said, I'd fucking laugh, innit, karma.